So learning is nothing but about acquiring skills or knowledge from the experience. And obviously learning is nothing but which is requiring a data and a background information. So that will help you to gather the data. And from the learning, it will be an experience that will be helpful to perform or improve the performance. Then, but the most important thing is that for the learning algorithm, it needs a vast amount of data, and that data has to be in a very detailed and clean data that may be of compounding factor or built-in biases. That means you need to have a very large amount of data, and that data has to be very clean and organized data. So this is about the learning. Now next comes designing. Designing helps machine learning gather a better data. So see the difference between learning needs a vast amount of data in detail, clean of any compounding from confounding factors. But designing actually helps a machine learning gather a better data. So if you apply designing, then the machine learning will gather a better data. Designers can help create user experience that eliminate noise in the data, leading to more accurate and efficient ML powered application. So beyond this, it will create a user experience that will eliminate the noise in the data, and that will be helpful to create more accuracy and efficient ML power application. So that will help you to get more accurately the output of ML powered applications. Design helps set expectations and trust with the user. So obviously designing is helping to trust, to generate a trust with the user. So when we say that we are designing, it will already create a trust with the user. That is the most important thing about designing. And these design details build trust and understanding amongst the user. Trust is the vital component in how ML achieves its goals. So clear cut बोलने की बात है कि
Excuse me,
what.
sir.
हाँ बोलिए.
So only black screen is visible, sir.
हाँ, just a moment.
Okay, sir.
Now
Yes, it is visible now.
it is visible. Should I take from the start or is it okay? Should I take from the start?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just a moment. Okay, so we will start again. It is about the statistics and machine learning. So obviously we have seen that the statistics are two types: inferential statistics and descriptive statistics. And the statistics plays a very important role in each and every step of the machine learning. So right from the data preparations, then it will be used in the model evaluation, model selection, and then it will be used in model prediction. So in each and every part of statistics is used. So obviously statistics and machine learning, when we say that, the role of machine learning has to be understood very much importantly. So we know that if the statistics is used in each and every step of the machine learning, the accuracy will increase and predicting the outcomes will be much more easier without being explicitly programmed. Then the basic premises of machine learning is to build algorithms that can receive input data and give you the output data, and it can be also tested on a new available data. The goal of machine learning generally is to understand the structure of data and then fit this data into a model that you're going to generate so that it will be utilized by the people. Machine learning algorithms also allows the computers to train on data inputs, and then the statistical analysis can be used to bring out the output within the specific range. Because of this, machine learning facilitates computers in building models from sample data in order to go for an automatic decision making process on data inputs. So this is what the machine learning we have seen, and the role of the statistics in machine learning is very, very important in order to go for the statistical analysis. Then we were into learning and designing. So obviously the two things we have studied, one is a learning and the other one is a learner. Now what is a learning? So obviously learning is you're going to make your machine learn, है ना? When it will learn from the input data, it will get experience, and when the experience will be gained, it will improve the performance. When performance will be improved, obviously the accuracy of the algorithm will be increasing. So this is what the learning is. And you have also studied about the learner. So what is learner? Learner is nothing but it is having the input data, which we said to be as an experience. Then we have an background data. This data will be given to your learner. This learner will generate a model according to the data. Then it will be given to the reasoner, and the reasoner is having with itself a task, and accordingly the output program will be generated. So this is what we have learned about a learner and learning. But the most important is thing, when you go for learning, you need very vast amount of data, and this data has to be in a very detailed, and that should be cleaned of any confounding factors or built in biases. इसका मतलब क्या है? Clean of confounding factors यानी कि भाई जो factors जरूरी नहीं है वो factors के अलावा, यानी डिटेल डेटा लगेगा आपको, वेरी क्लीन डेटा लगेगा और बहुत ज्यादा डेटा लगेगा. अगर ये बहुत ज्यादा डेटा होगा तो ही लर्निंग एल्गोरिथम जो है वो बेटर रिजल्ट्स दे सकता है. Otherwise what will happen, that even if it is clean data but the data is very less, so one of the factor, if it is not there in that, it will definitely will be less accurate output. So accordingly it should have a learning algorithms have to be have a vast amount of data, and that to detailed and clean data. Now beyond this, what is now designing? Because we are going to study learning versus designing. This was about the learning. Now what is helping is designing. Now designing actually helps the machine learning to gather a better data. So in case of learning, we have seen that it gathers a raw data, then we need to organize it. In that way it was. But designing actually helps machine learning to gather a very clean data, very better data. So when it is having a better data means what? The create will be user experiences will eliminate the noise in the data, and it will lead to more accuracy and efficient ML powered applications. Design helps set expectations and trust with user. So the basic difference between learning and designing is that designing is a user friendly, as well as it will generate a trust and understanding among the user, which learning doesn't do. Are you understanding? लर्निंग जो नहीं कर सकता वो डिजाइनिंग क्या कर सकता है? एक तो बेटर डेटा कलेक्ट कर सकता है, दूसरा वो नॉइज इलिमिनेट कर सकता है, तीसरा वो ट्रस्ट यूजर के साथ बना सकता है, यानी ट्रस्ट बना सकता है वो, और वो अंडरस्टैंडिंग कर सकता है. दैट्स व्हाई द यूजर को वो एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग दे सकता है. और ट्रस्ट ही सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर है डिजाइनिंग में, बिकॉज ट्रस्ट इज एन वाइटल कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ हाउ एमएल अचीव्स इट्स गोल. So this is what about learning and designing. Then the second crucial part is training and testing. So now we have seen that the machine learning, first step of machine learning is to get the data and then to train the data. When you train the data, you generate a model. So for training the data, you apply machine learning algorithms and develop a model. And this model will be then evaluated, it will be tested with the new data, it will predict. That's what the training is. So the two parts are then in machine learning algorithm. One is your data to be trained, and the second part is your new data to be tested. Are you understanding? So we need to understand the difference between training and testing. एक बात तो क्लियर है कि आप जब खुद ट्रेनिंग लेते हो, है ना, जब आपने सपोज एग्जाम्पल है कि आपने 4 साल डिग्री में ट्रेनिंग ली है, किसी भी चीज की ट्रेनिंग, ओके. अब सपोज इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड टेलीकम्युनिकेशन में आपने ट्रेनिंग ली है. अब ये ट्रेनिंग लेने के बाद आप टेस्ट करते हो ना खुद को कि मुझे कितना आ गया है, तो आप क्या करते हो? टेस्ट देते हो. तो टेस्ट में जो है वो पढ़ाई हुई चीजें आई तो आपको पता चलेगा कि हाँ मुझे अब आ गया है. लेकिन सडनली इफ न्यू चेंजेस कम, then how much training you have done will depend you to give the answer while testing. Understanding? See, it really depends upon how you are getting trained and what you are understanding. So training जो data है वो बहुत ज्यादा होना चाहिए हमेशा. The trained data has to be very large. as compared to the testing data, because test is a small or a new question that comes in the exam, which might be repeated or which might be a new one to test yourself whether you are remembering everything or not. That is the difference between training and testing. So training data and testing data are the two important concepts in machine learning. So I've given you with example, it becomes easier to example. एक तीसरी भी चीज इसमें आती है, एक वैलिडेशन. वैलिडेशन यानी कि भाई मैंने जो लिखा है मेरे टेस्ट में, क्या वो वैलिडेट हो गया है, किसी ने बताया कि भाई वो करेक्ट है. बिकॉज मैं तो खुद को समझूंगा कि ये करेक्ट ही है, तो फिर मुझे एक वैलिडेशन नाम की भी चीज करनी पड़ेगी, बराबर. सो टेस्ट और वैलिडेट जो चीज है वो भी इस पिक्चर में आती है. तो पहले आएगा ट्रेनिंग, फिर आएगा टेस्टिंग और तीसरा है वैलिडेशन. सो अब ये कंबाइंडली कैसे काम करते हैं वो हम देखेंगे. In a data set, a training set is implemented to build up a model. Obviously, we have seen this. While a test or validation set is to validate the model build. Test किस लिए है? To check out whether my algorithm is applicable on a new data. Data points in the training set are excluded from the test, that is validation set. Usually, a data set is divided into training set, a validation set, which normally sometimes people said to be as a test set also. In each iteration or divided into training set, a validation set and test set. ऐसे 3 सेट में आप उसको डिवाइड कर सकते हो. और कई जो लोग हैं वो समझ के चलते हैं कि वैलिडेशन सेट और टेस्ट सेट एक जैसा ही है. In machine learning, we basically try to create a model to predict the test data. Obviously, जब हमने machine learning block diagram देखा था, तो हमने जो मॉडल बिल्ड किया था, we have built up a model, and to that model a test image is given or a test data is given. So that is called as the new data for testing purpose in order to predict. So that training data to fit the model and testing data to test it. The model generated are to predict the results on an unknown data, which is called as a test set. Obviously, that is an unknown data. As we have known, the data set is divided into train and test set in order to check the accuracies, precisions by training and testing it on. तो फिर आप क्या क्या चेक करोगे, उसका एक्यूरेसी भी चेक करोगे और प्रिसीजन भी चेक करोगे. सी एक सिंपल सा कंसेप्ट है कि मशीन लर्निंग में आपके पास ट्रेन डेटा है और आपके पास टेस्ट डेटा है. मैं क्या करता हूं, मेरे पास 200 इमेजेस है. सपोज इमेजिन करो मेरे पास 200 इमेजेस है. इसमें से मैं इमेजिन करता हूं कि 150 जो है वो मेरा ट्रेन इमेजेस है और टेस्ट इमेज के लिए मैंने 50 इमेजेस रखे हैं. तो ट्रेन करते समय मैं उस पर मशीन लर्निंग एल्गोरिथम से ट्रेन करूंगा और एक मॉडल जनरेट करूंगा कि जो कि ट्रेनिंग करेगा उस डेटा की, उस इमेजेस की. तो कितने करेगा, 150 डेटा को वो ट्रेन करेगा. ट्रेन करने के बाद जो मॉडल बिल्टअप हुआ है, अब उसको जो बचे हुए 50 इमेजेस मैंने कंसिडर किए हैं, वो 50 इमेजेस मैं एज अ टेस्ट इमेज बोल के इस मॉडल के ऊपर दूंगा. और मॉडल क्या करेगा, उन इमेजेस को प्रिडिक्ट करेगा कि ये वही मॉडल है, ये वही इमेजेस है जो मैंने ट्रेन किए हैं या ये अलग है. सो वो प्रिडिक्ट भी कर सकता है और वो क्लासिफाई भी कर सकता है. सो इन दिस वे वी कैन यूज the test and train, but always remember that your training data should be more as compared to your test data. Have you understood this? Yes students?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, समझ में आ रहा है ना?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, very good. So this is about the training and testing data. हम लोग क्या करने वाले हैं, हम पाइथन में प्रोग्रामिंग्स करेंगे और मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि ये ट्रेनिंग और टेस्टिंग कैसे की जाती है. और हम लोग एग्जाम्पल लेंगे, डेटा लेंगे और अलग अलग अल्गोरिथम्स मशीन लर्निंग के लगाकर उसको ट्रेन करेंगे, एज वेल एज वी आर गोइंग टू टेस्ट विद अ न्यू डेटा. सो जब हम प्रैक्टिकल्स करेंगे तो ये चीजें और आपको क्लियर होती जाएगी. So this is how now most of the time what happens is that कि टेस्ट डेटा के अंदर भी वैलिडेशन डेटा ऐड किया जाता है और कई बार उसको टेस्ट डेटा को वैलिडेशन डेटा भी बोला जाता है, राइट. सो इन दो चीजों में, दो फिगर्स में मैंने बताया कि पहला है डेटा सेट, उसको मैंने दो हिस्सों में बांटा, एक है ट्रेनिंग और एक है टेस्टिंग. सो ऑब्वियसली डेटा को ट्रेन किया जाता है, टेस्टिंग होल्ड आउट करेंगे हम, और उसी ट्रेनिंग को क्रॉस वैलिडेशन भी किया जाता है, जो वैलिडेशन भी बोलते हैं उसको. ये क्रॉस वैलिडेशन फिर टेस्ट इमेजेस को दिया जाता है ना. ये देखो, ट्रेन करने के बाद उसी ट्रेनिंग इमेजेस को हमने क्रॉस वैलिडेट किया और बाद में उसको टेस्ट को दिया और फिर टेस्ट चेक करके आप आउटपुट प्रेडिक्ट करते हैं. एक और चीज है नीचे देखो, डेटा परमिटिंग। सो इसमें क्या है, ट्रेनिंग, वैलिडेशन और टेस्टिंग, ऐसे डायरेक्टली 3 हिस्सों में उसको डिवाइड कर दिया जाता है. सो डिपेंडिंग अपॉन व्हाट काइंड ऑफ एप्लीकेशंस आर देयर, हाउ यू वांट टू यूज इट, whether you're believing that your data needed to be validated before testing or after testing. So that depends upon how you choose the data. So 3 चीजें नॉर्मली है, वो है ट्रेनिंग, टेस्टिंग और वैलिडेशन. वैलिडेशन का एक्चुअली मतलब क्या है कि अगर मैंने मेरा डेटा टेस्ट किया है तो वो एक्यूरेटली वही दे रहा है कि जो मैंने सोचा था, तो मैं वैलिडेट करता हूँ, क्रॉस वैलिडेट करता हूँ, और फिर मुझे पता चलेगा कि यस, वॉट एवर आई हैव डिसाइडेड इट इज कमिंग करेक्ट. So that is called as the validation. So let us see these things. One is a training set. Here you have complete training data set. You can extract features and train to fit a model. Then validation set. This is crucial to choose the right parameter for your estimator. We can divide the training set into train set and validation set. Based on the validation test result, the model can be trained. For instances, changing the parameters. This will help us to get more optimized model. और बाद में है टेस्टिंग स्टेट. Here, once the model is obtained, you can predict using the model obtained on training set. This is how the 3 parts are divided, but most important in which is training and testing. Now, characteristics of machine learning. Now, we have to see that each and every feature, every course what we learn or what we study, ऑलवेज हैव कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स. अगर आप एम्बेडेड भी पढ़ाई करते हो तो आप कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ एम्बेडेड सिस्टम्स पढ़ोगे. अगर आप क्या बोलते हैं, लीनियर इंटीग्रेटेड सर्किट्स पढ़ोगे तो ऑब्वियसली उन सर्किट्स के कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स पढ़ोगे. सो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स तो आपको पढ़ना ही है, बिकॉज दैट इज व्हाट द सब्जेक्ट गिव्स यू अबाउट. If you understand the characteristics of the subject, you will understand the subject in far better way. So now we are going to see some of the characteristics of machine learning. In order to understand the actual power of machine learning, you have to consider the characteristics of this technology. So there are a lot of characteristics in today's data-rich world. So we are moving to a world where you have a tremendous amount of data coming from each and every section. और आगे चल के तो इतना हो जाएगा कि डेटा के सिवा कुछ भी नहीं होगा, हर चीज डेटा ड्रिवन होगी. ये डेटा है, उस हिसाब से काम होगा. ये वाला डेटा है, उस हिसाब से काम होगा. सो देयर विल बी टोटली अ डेटा ड्रिवन working. So here there are 7 characteristics of machine learning for which companies should prefer it over the other technologies. So as compared to the other technologies, these are some of the characteristics which you are going to study. First is the ability to perform automated data visualization. Obviously हम automation की तरफ जा रहे हैं, तो data visualization becomes very much important. यानी user friendly होने के लिए data को visualize करना जरूरी है. तो मशीन लर्निंग का एक कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है कि वो डेटा विजुअलाइज कर सकता है. दूसरा, ऑटोमेशन एट इट्स बेस्ट. ऑब्वियसली मशीन लर्निंग कैन बी यूजफुल इन ऑटोमेटिंग द थिंग्स. जैसे ऑटोमेटिक ईसीजी एनालिसिस हो सकता है, ऑटोमेटिक कैंसर एनालिसिस हो सकता है. दीज आर सम ऑफ द एप्लीकेशंस व्हाट आई एम सीइंग. या ऑटोमेटेड प्रिडिक्शन ऑफ द कॉस्टिंग ऑफ द हाउसेज हो सकता है. सो दिस इज एन ऑटोमेशन. Then customer engagement like never before. So earlier there was customers were just a part of it, but now the engagement of each and every customer is going to play an important role, and machine learning does it very properly. The ability to take efficiency to the next level when merged with IoT. So obviously now new trend is going on that when machine learning can be merged with IoT, and the efficiency level will go to the next level. So IoT and machine learning is now combining together to come up with a new field called as machine learning with IoT. Then the ability to change the mortgage market. Now, what is a mortgage market? Yes, anybody can answer. What is a mortgage market? Have you heard about this mortgage? Anybody heard about mortgage market? या मॉर्गेज के बारे में कभी सुना है क्या? घर खरीदते समय मॉर्गेज करते हैं, याद है आप, मतलब समझ में आया था आपको क्या है मॉर्गेज? नॉर्मली घर खरीदते समय हम मॉर्गेज करते हैं. व्हाट डज इट मीन? यस, एनीबॉडी? एनीबॉडी कैन आंसर? नो, नॉट नोइंग. मॉर्गेज मार्केट मतलब जो चीज आप खरीदते हो लोन बेस्ड, यानी से मैंने घर खरीदा है तो मैंने लोन लिया है, मैं सपोज बैंक से मैंने लोन निकाला है. इफ आई एम परचेसिंग माय हाउस एट 15 lakhs, so I am 10 lakhs I am taking a loan from SBI. So if I am taking a loan, I have to do a mortgage. So that is called as the mortgage market. So machine learning जो है वो mortgage market को change करने की ability रखता है. That is one the characteristics is. Then accurate data analysis कर सकता है और business intelligence लगा सकता है. So when machine learning comes into the picture, your business will become more intelligent because the decisions will be based on the intelligence decision. Then there are two types of tasks which machine learning can perform. One is a predictive task and the other one is a descriptive task. Now what is a predictive task? यानी कि जो टास्क लेकर आप प्रिडिक्ट कर सकते हो और जो टास्क आप लेकर डिस्क्रिप्टिव टास्क कर सकते हो. तो पहले हम डिस्क्रिप्टिव टास्क देखेंगे, बाद में प्रिडिक्टिव. डिस्क्रिप्टिव टास्क का मतलब है कि भाई पास्ट, इनसाइट इनटू द पास्ट. वी आर गोइंग इनटू द पास्ट, we are going to perform the task based on the past. So descriptive task does exactly what the name implies. They describe or summarize raw data and make it something that is interpretable by humans. They are analytics that describe the past. The past refers to any point of the time that an event has occurred, whether it is 1 minute ago or 1 year ago. So obviously उस task के बारे में जो 1 मिनट पहले भी हुआ हो सकता है, 1 साल पहले भी हुआ हो सकता है, उसके बारे में डिस्क्राइब करने का जो काम है वो डिस्क्रिप्टिव टास्क करता है. Descriptive analytics are useful because they allow us to learn from past behavior and understanding how they might influence future. यानी past से सीखना और future में apply करना, यानी कि descriptive task. The vast majority of the statistics we use fall into this category. तो सबसे ज्यादा जो काम होता है वो इसी में होता है, डिस्क्रिप्टिव टास्क में होता है, बिकॉज आप लोग पास्ट हिस्ट्री से पढ़ाई करके फ्यूचर में वो अप्लाई करते हो. जैसे एग्जांपल, थिंक बेसिक अरिथमेटिक लाइक सम, एवरेजेस, परसेंटेज चेंजेस. Usually the underlying data is a count or aggregate of filtered column of data to which basic math is applied. For all practical purpose, there are infinite number of statistics. Descriptive statistics are usefully show things like total stock in inventory, एवरेज डॉलर स्पेंड पर कस्टमर एंड ओवर अ ईयर ऑफ चेंज. मतलब सीधी सी बात है कि अगर मैं स्टॉक मार्केट में जाता हूं और कल को मैं देखता हूं कि ये शेयर जो था इट वाज इंक्रीजिंग यस्टरडे एंड नाउ अकॉर्डिंग टू द स्टडी ऑफ, चलो 1 साल पहले 1 ईयर की स्टडी हम करते हैं. सो वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी 1 ईयर बैक what this share was doing was increasing. So now we have to predict it in the future whether this share will increase or decrease. So that is about the descriptive statistics. Common example of descriptive analysis are report that provides historical insights regarding company production, finance, operations, sales, inventory, and customers. Using descriptive analytics, understand to aggregate level what is doing on your company and what you want to summarize and describe different aspects of your business. So obviously मेरे कंपनी का पास्ट डेटा मैं रेफर कर कर फ्यूचर डेटा के लिए मैं कंपनी में इस्तेमाल कर सकता हूँ. That is what the descriptive task is. Now comes the predictive task. Now this is about understanding the future. So descriptive past पर डिपेंड था और predictive future पे है. Predictive analytic has its root in the ability to predict what might happen. क्या हो सकता है ये जज करने का काम predictive task का है. These analytics are about understanding the future. Predictive analytics provide companies with actionable insight based on the data. Predictive analytics provides estimation about likelihood of a future outcome. It is important to remember that no statistical algorithm can predict the future with 100% certainty. Obviously हम future की बात करते हैं तो कोई भी कितना भी एक्यूरेट और कितना भी बड़ा अल्गोरिदम हो या कितना भी काम हो या कितना भी बड़ी प्रेडिक्टिव टास्क हो, हम 100% सर्टेनिटी के बारे में नहीं बोल सकते. सो दैट इज व्हाट अबाउट द फ्यूचर इज. हम पास्ट से अगर स्टडी करते हैं तो कुछ हद तक हम फ्यूचर में अप्लाई कर कर उस पर स्टडी कर सकते हैं, मगर फ्यूचर को डायरेक्टली प्रेडिक्ट करना बहुत डिफिकल्ट है. Companies use these statistics to forecast what might happen in the future. This is because the foundation of predictive analysis is based on the probability. So obviously, when you're going to predict what is going to happen in the future, that is going to be based on the probabilities. These statistics try to make the data you have and fill in the missing data with best guesses. It's like a guessing. They combine historical data found in ERP, CRM, HRN, POC systems. ये system से जहाँ से आपको data मिलता है ताकि वो future prediction में apply कर सके. These are systems that is found in POS systems to identify patterns in the data and apply statistical models and algorithm to capture relationship between various data sets. Understanding the future is the most important concept of predictive task. Now, company use the predictive statistics and analytics anytime they want to look into the future. Predictive analytics can be used throughout the organization, from forecasting customer behavior and purchasing patterns to identify trends in the sale activities. Obviously, when you do a very predictive analysis in the current scenario, at that time you can be easily available for forecasting the customer behavior कि भाई ये customer को क्या चीज पसंद है और वो किस तरफ जा सकता है. फिर purchasing pattern to identify trends in the sales activity. जैसे एग्जाम्पल सेल्स में भाई कौन सा वाला प्रोडक्ट सेल ज्यादा हो रहा है, कौन से कस्टमर को क्या चाहिए. अभी आप देखते हो कि lot of things been happening which is completely and customer based, so that data has been collected through various customers and they found out that this customer likes this product very much because he is buying continuously that product. So accordingly the analysis is done, and because of that thing the future can be predicted. This is how the predictive analysis is. One common application most people are familiar with, the use of predictive analytics to predict a credit score. This is also very important. These scores are used by financial services to determine the probability of customers making future credit payments on time. So आपका क्रेडिट कार्ड जो होता है ना, उस पे क्रेडिट स्कोर होता है. भाई आपको अगर क्रेडिट कार्ड के हिसाब से 30,000 मिलते हैं तो ये बंदा कितने दिन में वो पैसे वापस देता है यूज करके. That is what about the credit score. Typically, business uses include understanding how sales might close at the end of the year, predicting what items customer will purchase together. मैंने जैसे बताया आपको customer के बारे में पता करना, और forecasting inventory levels based on the myriads of the variables. So forecast करना कि ये inventory level है according to the variables. Using predictive analytics, anytime you need to know something about the future or fill in the information that you do not have. So this is about the predictive analysis. The analysis will be done on the current information what you have in order to predict what could be in the future. Example is the sales forecasting, or it may be customer behavior forecasting, or purchasing of particular product by that customer, or it may be the supply chain, operations, and inventories. All these examples are included in predictive task, whereas descriptive task gets the information from the past to predict in the future. This is what the difference is about. So we have studied this thing. Once again, I'll revise. So this we have seen, the statistics can be used in mathematics, in machine learning, and it plays a very important role in different areas. So statistical parameters are mostly used in the random data, where your data is in a random way, and especially if you want to use statistics, it can be used. It could be used in different steps like data preparations, model evaluation, model selection, model predictions, and various ways. Then learning and designing. So we have seen that what is learning. It is learning means to learn the machine. So it will get the experience data, and it will improve the behavior, and accordingly directly we can improve the performance and accuracy. And as far as designing is concerned, it gathers much more better data, eliminate the noise, give more accurate and efficient ML powered applications, and it will build up a trust and understanding amongst the user. Then training and testing data. So obviously the machine learning, the data is divided into two parts. One is a training and testing. So you're training the data with the help of machine learning algorithm to build up a model, and then you can test new data with the model to predict what the data is about. So this is about three types of sets: training set, validation set, and testing set. Characteristics: ability to perform automated data visualization, automation at its best, customer engagement like never before, ability to take efficiency to the next level when merged with IoT, ability to change mortgage market, accurate data analysis, business intelligence at its best. Descriptive task, obviously they describe or summarize raw data and make it something interpretable by humans. It will study the past data that may be 1 minute ago, 1 year ago, and predict the future, what will happen, how understanding how they might influence in the future outcomes. So that is what the descriptive is. And predictive is that it will study the current data, whatever happening, do a predictive analysis based on the probabilities. So obviously 100% certainty it will not be there, but definitely it will help to know your customers better way. So this is how it is. Yes. Any questions? Yes, any questions?
No, sir.
No. Okay. We'll take the attendance.